Hello everyone, this is Reno and welcome back to the second episode of Redstone School. In this video, I will explain all about how redstone power sources work, how much power do they give, and how or if you can turn them on and off, both automatically and manually. So I'm gonna categorize them in three groups. The first one is constant wave, which are power sources that give constant power. The second one is pulse wave, which are the ones giving power for a short time. And the third one is switch pulse wave, which are the ones that give constant power, but they need to be activated first. So let's begin with the first redstone power source from the constant wave group. The redstone torch is one of the cheapest power sources in the game. You can craft them with one redstone dust and one stick, giving you exactly one redstone torch. I mean, that's kind of logical, isn't it? Redstone torches will always give power in all directions except down. So as we can see here, the redstone lamps turns on, but if I put one here, they don't. So how can we turn them off? Well, you use a lever. This is turned on by this, so let me just do it real quick. There we go. That's how you turn them off. The redstone wall torch is exactly the same thing, but in different directions. So as you can see, you can power up and down, but you can only power left, right, and the front. The back, you cannot power it. And you turn them on and off the same way. Boop, boop. The redstone block is a power source crafted with 9 redstone dust in a crafting table. It always activates in every single direction, including down. So it's kind of like the torch, but this is more expensive and you cannot turn them off, but you can move them with pistons. Now on to the second group, the pulse wave section. The TRIPWIRE hook activates whenever the string directly attached to them is activated by any entity, such as an armor stand, for example. Oops, there you go. And it powers in every direction except the one with the string because, well, yeah, that's logical. And it also powers the block behind it, as you can see in this part. The stone button is another cheap solution for powering up reactors. You just have to place it directly into the block, adjacent to the reactor, or in some cases to the reactor itself. You have to push it to give a constant power source for 10 redstone ticks, which is 1 second in real time. The downside though is that you have to actually push it to get power. Of course, there are ways to give a constant wave from a pulse, but that's for another video. If you want to know how to do it, here's a tip. Click that subscribe button, eh? Come on, I know you want to do it. The wooden button is, in my opinion, the cheapest way to power up any redstone reactor. You just need one wood planks block and that's it. I mean, you can find that in like 5 minutes in any world, in any seed, unless you spawn in an island. In that case, haha. Anyways, they behave the exact same way, just the only difference is that the wooden button gives power for 15 redstone ticks, or 1.5 seconds. It's 0.5 seconds more than this one. Oh, and actually a really weird thing that I just discovered is that the stone buttons gave power to the front as well, which is weird if you think about it. And lastly, let's talk about the third group, the switch pulse wave. The daylight sensor activates whenever light touches the sensor part, or if they are on night mode, when the light stops touching the sensor. And they power up any reactor directly below them, including redstone dust. The lever is another one of the cheapest ways to give power to reactors. You just need one stick and one cobblestone block. They give power in any direction except up. So they actually give power down, as you can see in this part, and you can turn them off by simply just flicking them back. The target block gives a power level depending on the arrow or trident's place in the block. So if I nail the center here, I didn't get the center, So if I touch this part, it just gives a short one. But if I go into the center or close to the center, it gives more power. The exact position on which they give 1 to 15, I'm not really sure. You're gonna have to experiment with that, because I honestly have no idea. Dang it. Now lastly, we have the pressure plates. Every single one of them serves the same purpose. They detect entities and output a redstone signal. The difference is which entities do they detect, how many, and how much power do they give. Let's check them out. The wooden pressure plate can detect any entity stepping directly on it, and it always gives a power level of 15. The stone pressure plate activates whenever a player or mob steps into it, and it always gives 15 as well. The lightweight pressure plates gives 1 power level for each entity stepping in it, for a maximum of 15. As you can see, every time I put one arrow, it gives 1 more power level and 1 more power level and 1 more. So if we count the arrows, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Now the heavyweight pressure plate gives 1 power level for each 10 entities stepping on it. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th gives 1 more, for a total of 140 if my math is correct. 149, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not good at math. And that's basically it. Now you know the basics of redstone power sources. Now, whenever you want to give power to a redstone module, you can actually use the best one depending on how do you want to activate it and how much power do you need. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments section, and I will try to help you with that. But that's gonna be it for today. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!